Alright, starting off, you've all seen this before, but I'm going straight in with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance and my Milani Eyeshadow Primer. And it might be March, but I'm still drinking my coffee out of a Halloween cat mug I got from Crate & Barrel. I'm going to be using BECCA's Ombre Rouge eyeshadow palette for this look. Taking a fluffy Real Techniques blending brush, I'm going in with shade number 3. They're all numbered on the back. The palest one is 1 and the darkest is 5. And I'm putting that through the top of my crease as a transition shade. Then I'm going in with shade number 4, which is a slightly darker warm brown, and I'm putting that through my actual crease to deepen up the area. The reason I'm putting 2 different shades in the crease area is that I find it makes the look have a lot more dimension and therefore a lot more depth. With shade number 2, which is a soft pink matte, I'm putting that all over the lid with my MAC 239 brush. And shade number 1 is going on my brow bone to help balance everything out. Additionally, any kind of brow bone shade really helps to blend out the crease colors. I'm then going in with shade number 5, which is the darkest color in this palette. The shade itself doesn't lack for pigmentation, but because it's not an especially dark shade like a dark chocolate brown or black, I like to pack as much as I can on to get the deepest color that I possibly can out of the shade. After I've packed the shade on as much as I can into the outer corner, I then drag it slightly through the crease to help blend it into the crease shades. Alright, now onto the rest of my face. I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Radiant Primer in the pink shade, and I'm rubbing that into my face for some added glow. And by the way, these primers smell absolutely amazing. I'm then using the BECCA Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in their lightest shade that's currently available, which is Fair, which is a slight bit too dark for my skin tone, but I can make it work. I didn't show it on camera, but make sure you shake this foundation really well before you drop some of it onto your hand, because it does have a really watery consistency. Anyway, I put a few drops on the back of my hand and then used a damp Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to blend the foundation onto my skin. This isn't a full coverage foundation. You will notice that it is light to medium coverage, but it can be built up for a more solid medium finish, and it doesn't dry tacky, which is really nice. And here's where I made a bit of an oops. I was like, oh hey, I haven't played with my Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer in 30M in a while. Let's give that a try. Yeah, nope. Bad move. That does not work on my winter skin tone at all. I tried to blend it out, but it just was not happening. So in the end, I grabbed from my Bourjois bronzer, which is much more subtle. And I'm applying my bronzer in the usual areas for me, which is on the tops of my temples, the tops of my cheekbones, and along my jawline, and I'm making sure to connect them so I have a smooth transition. For blush, I'm using BECCA's Flower Child Mineral Blush, and this shade kind of took me by surprise. It, like most basic pink shades do, I think. I look at it in the pan and I'm like, it's okay. But it's one of those shades that just looks absolutely phenomenal on my skin tone. And to highlight my cheekbones, I'm going in with Old Faithful, BECCA's Champagne Pop Highlighter. And Champagne Pop has thankfully become a permanent product for BECCA, so if you didn't get it during its initial launch, you can definitely get it in the future. Because the eye look is so matte, I also decided to add some Champagne Pop onto my brow bone, just so I've got a little bit of shine going on. Alright, back to the eyes. I'm lining my eyes with Makeup Forever's ink liner. I do find that the ink liner brush is a bit too stiff for my liking, so I put some of the product onto the back of my hand and then use a separate brush to line my eyes. This just gives me better control over what I'm doing. And I personally like a nice sharp wing, so that's what I'm doing. And if you saw Tuesday's video, you'll know who this guy is. This is Nemo. He can tend to be quite a squirmy cat, so I was surprised that the bright lights weren't bothering him that badly, which just means I'm going to put him in more videos from now on. And we're done with the cat. I'm going in with NYX's Tame and Frame in Blonde, and I'm not very good at eyebrows, so I'm really just going to skim through this, wax some of the product on my brows, and pray for the best is basically what I do. I'm then using a pencil brush to add some of shade number 5 to the outer edge of my lower lash line, which is really just there to make my lower lash line not look so bare when I add some mascara later on. I'm then coating my lashes with Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And if you look at my liner as I'm doing my mascara, you can see how matte and how black that ink liner really is. And I don't know about you, but I'm a freaking mess with mascara. I always get some either on my cheekbone or on my lid. It usually ends up everywhere. Anyway, wait for it to dry and then take it off with a Q-tip. Don't rush in before it's dried. I'm also popping on a pair of my favorite House of Lashes falsies, which are the Bombshell style. After the glue has gone tacky, I place the very center of the lash onto my lid. Once that's settled in place, I then tuck in the corners with my pair of tweezers. Moving on to the lips, I'm first coating my lips with the H&M Beauty Lip Primer. It's just clear and transparent. I wanted to keep this look very monochromatic, so I'm grabbing for MAC's lip pencil in Boldly Bare to outline my lips. I first outline the entire area and then fill in my lips with it as well. And then I'm going in with MAC's Brave Lipstick, which is a darker pink, but I feel like there is some sort of brown to it. And I'm just covering my whole lips with that, and then quickly going in with MAC's Shy Girl on top to help brighten everything up. And then my last step is to quickly cover the dried lash glue with some liquid liner, and there we go, all done. I hope you enjoy this BECCA focused monochromatic makeup look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.